Yeah. So yeah, I, uh, I feel like shit, but went out and did
No,
our Christmas shopping yesterday. So
with the many Schrodinger's virus going around, I don't know if maybe I gave you the tale of something I didn't know I had or not.
right, yeah, no shit. I mean, it seems like everything's going around, and I keep wanting to say, and I've gotten sick like 4 times this year so far, and I'm like, oh, the goddamn Cosentix for my for my psoriasis. Like, no, it's probably not the Cosentix. There's just a lot of shit going around, and I haven't been sick for like 9 years. I think
Yeah.
probably it's about I'm due. So, oh man, double check my stream.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Another day.
Cool. Yep, just getting ready for the holiday. We will be off next week. I'm debating whether or not we'll play on New Year's Eve. Um, I think we probably will. Um, there's no reason not to. Yeah, we'll play New Year's Eve because New Year's Day I'm going to be smoking a prime rib, and but New Year's Eve we're not going to. So we are going with our friends John and Shannon, who are big into the VFW. I guess we got invited to the VFW posts um, their New Year's Eve bash, so we will be spending it over there. But that's not going to happen until later in the evening. So we will be. I think we'll be playing New Year's Eve.
Yeah, most people don't even start getting ready for New Year's Eve till like 7, 8.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Am I doing anything that day? And I'm like, no. I think we'll play that day. So yeah, but Christmas, this entire next week, I'm taking off. I learned my lesson from Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to try and cram holiday festivities and work and gaming all into that week all at once. That was taxing, and so yeah, we will be off next week. But
That sounds like a good plan.
yeah, yeah, Thanksgiving. I mean, we had enough people where we had to cancel that Saturday for Thanksgiving, and I was like thankful. I guess after Friday night, I was just like, oh my god, I'm like so worn out, trying to do everything all at once. But got my new book published, or actually two new books. The uh, Brawnhaven campaign setting for old school essentials, BX D&D, basic and expert edition D&D, and it's going gonzos. Everybody seems to be excited about purchasing that book, which is extremely good news for me.
Nice.
I'm glad people are grabbing it and living in the world that I've been creating. And then I also released a pay what you want price holiday adventure for Brawnhaven, which involves Saint Baldwyr, a dwarf who is a avatar of the known gods, who every year during the festival of giving comes down from the Skellis Mountains and delivers gifts to the faithful. And he rides a sled that is pulled by 15 magical guinea pigs. And except one of the guinea pigs, it's Shitson. Shitson, the guinea pig, is actually a black and white cat, but none of the elves have noticed. And so, yeah, that and Saint Baldwyr has been kidnapped by a evil troll-like creature named the Bumpus, and is being held captive. And so the adventure is the PCs having to go and rescue St. Baldweir from the Bumpus.
Nice, that's funny.
And so, yeah, that's been released. And then I'm actively currently working on the next adventure called the Light in the Church, which will be it'll deal with a continuation of, there was an adventure that was released with the Braunhaven campaign setting called The Thing in the Basement, and it's kind of a continuation of that adventure, and it continues the storyline of this duke has moved into the area and purchased a hunting manor, and there's some weird shit that went on. So like he goes and he buys this hunting manor that was run down, and the locals are like, it literally was renovated and transformed overnight, and it's like, it's perfect now. And so nobody understands exactly how that happened. And it seems that he only goes out hunting at the edge of the woods at night, and the people can say that they can hear. They know that he's hunting because they can hear the galloping of horses and the howling of his hunting dogs, and they only hear that at night. And he, the backstory is, and the players aren't supposed to know this, so I'm giving away a little bit, but he hired some orcs from the local, across the Great River. There's this tribe called the Rock Skull. He hired these orcs to find a holy symbol, and he told them to tunnel in under the town and not to be seen. And he, the orcs, of course, have no expertise in tunneling, so they went and they got a clan of goblin sappers. And so they tunneled in under the town, and there's this entire catacombs network under the town, and part of it, the light in the church is, the locals are like, oh, well, we're seeing like candlelight moving around in the church long after, the priest has gone to bed, so, that's creepy. And it's actually these goblins moving around in the church trying to find this holy symbol. And, they're being goblins, they're basically a bunch of morons. And it's basically sitting right under their nose, and they don't realize it. But that's kind of the entire adventure. And there's, of course, hijinks in the catacombs under the town and whatnot. But, yeah, I'm glad people are getting into it, and that they are living in my world. I enjoy that. Hello, Cameron.
I usually go watch the video. If I miss any sessions that I did not this time, did I miss anything like significant after I?
No, we are. Let's see.
It's like we're still in the same map. So
yeah, we are still in combat. I need to add you back to.
I need to roll initiative then, huh?
Yeah, that would be good.
10. Cool.
Right.
I didn't. All right.
Why is that not doing what I told it to do? Well, that's good. You're still better off than the bad guys. And Gabe is out sick, and it sounds like Brian is more than likely going to be MIA due to Christmas festivities, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, probably. Probably Christmas stuff.
My God. So, oh man. Holy shit. So we went to, first stop on purchasing for Christmas goodies. for our Christmas Eve party was stopping at the liquor store, of course. And I like going to the liquor store with Kate because Kate's like, oh, well, I want to go in the liquor store and see, what's different, what's new that they have. And I'm like, it's a liquor store, it's booze. But it's always good to go with her because she finds the weird shit and she causes me to browse. And so she found this, it's called Bekarovka. It's a Czechoslovakian herbal liquor. Not a liqueur, herbal liquor. And it's very similar. My grandmother used to get some stuff that she got, like, it was turnip schnapps. And which actually tastes a lot better than you expect. This does not taste like that. It still tastes very medicinal. It's got a kick. Damn.
You sure it's not just Kmart brand Jaeger?
Well, that's what I thought too. And the funny thing is, when you open the bottle, it does have a bit of that licorice smell to it, but it doesn't have that taste. It tastes herbal. It tastes, like old world. Here, drink this. It'll make you better. That kind of stuff.
It's got flannel shirt in it.
Yes. Yeah, it's got a little bit of licorice and some dishwater and, don't cry, drink this. It's
Jaeger.
No. No, I just took a sip of it. I don't feel like I'm going to go get into a fight with a stripper. So it's not like Jaeger. But, I don't hate it. Perhaps I'm not the best judge. I mean, I drink Steel Reserve, and I like it. And, so perhaps I'm not the best judge of it. But this isn't bad. The other thing that we picked up is she found this. This is hilarious. So we found this 1 pint decanter, and it's electric. It takes 2 batteries. And it is Santa Claus, and his pants are undone, and he's taken a leak, and that's where the booze comes out. And you press a button on the back, and it pumps the booze out. And so we get it home, and I put the batteries in it. She goes, oh, it's made in China, so run some hot water through it first, because that'll clean it. And so I had it over the sink, and I pressed the button. Dude, it shoots like a half-foot long stream. I'm like, okay, well, when you fill up your glass, you're going to hold it sideways. It might be better. We were thinking about we got some Pennsylvania Dutch boozy eggnog. It might be better with that because it's a little thicker. But, yeah, water, it shoots it across the room, so...
You're saying Santa doesn't have a prostate problem.
Exactly. She's like, well, why didn't you put your whiskey in? I'm like, because I don't want to waste the whiskey. I mean, 2 or 3 shots in, and I'm going to be spilling it all over the place. So, I mean, come on. I'm conservative. So, yeah. Welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are in combat. They are in an alley in an area called Mistshore. They are chasing after the Stone of Golor. They now know that the Stone of Golor is actually a transformed aboleth. I was going to say albatross. No, it's not an albatross. It is a transformed aboleth that is a sentient magic item, and it knows some things and some stuff. It knows the location of the stolen dragons, the gold coins that Dagult Neverember embezzled from the city of Waterdeep. And it also knows the location of the 3 keys that will unlock the vault where these things are hidden. Before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. Today, we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your RPGs. such as custom designed wooden DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays. They have this really awesome thing called the Player Vault that has a plexiglass magnetic top on it, and the plexiglass can be etched with your choice of many different patterns for a character sheet, so you can take notes and track your hit points and spell slots, etc., with a dry erase or wet erase marker. I got my wife one, and it is fantastic. Inside, it's got a tray for holding your pencil or pen, and a area of holding dice, and then it's got a dice rolling tray in it. It's like an all-in-one kit. It's pretty cool. They can customize anything. If you order something that's customized, it will ship in 6 to 8 weeks, which means that if you are wanting to get that special someone a gift for Christmas, that ship's probably already sailed, but I still urge you to go to them. If you order something that they have in stock in their inventory, that usually ships in 1 to 2 business days, but they have been getting hit like really hard. So I don't know what their inventory looks like right now, but I imagine that they are running low. The holidays being what it is. We have a 10% discount code that's good for everything on their site. When you go to their site and put stuff in your cart, when you go to checkout, just put in the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will net you a 10% off on your purchase. If you're a fan of our Waterdeep game, please check our website. It's in the comment or in the description down below. It's via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log is written in the manner of news blurbs that go out via the broadsheets, and it deals in everything going on in Waterdeep. But the players are going to be taking more of a front page stance. And yeah, if you like that page, please go to the front page, give us a thumbs up. We like to see the fan likes. I haven't updated that page recently. I haven't come up with any news as yet of stuff that's going to be coming in, but that it's probably going to change this week. I've got a couple of things that are kind of brewing on the edges of my imagination, so keep a lookout, and we will be updating that soon. Please excuse me. I have a cold or something. I am very sick, which is why I'm drinking the medicinal Czechoslovakian herbal liquor. And I don't know. I think it's working. We left off. You guys were in this alley and chasing out the Stone of Golar, and you got jumped by some jerks. So I guess Bug's not here with us. And I don't see Took. So I think we're good to go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So, where we left off, it is Impa King's turn. Impa King, what would you like to do? Turn this Zentrum thug into a newt.
I do not have polymorph other quite yet. Although when I get wish, I will be turning people into newts.
Yes.
I think I can shoot that guy at the corner.
So, one of the things that was brought up with Old School Essentials, so the Old School games, man, they're fucking hardcore, man. So, like, polymorph other. There's no time limit. You polymorph somebody into a chicken, okay, you're a chicken. Mm-hmm. Forever. Mm-hmm. And so somebody posted, on the Facebook group, like, well, how do you change that? I'm like, well, I mean, a wish spell, of course, is going to work. But it's really DM's caveat. You might create an entire quest. And of course, Kerry Mraz popped in. He's like, dude, little did you know, my next character was going to be a chicken anyways. So I can imagine Kerry, getting turned into a chicken and playing through half of a campaign, being held by another player character. And every time it comes around to his turn, doing something stupid as a chicken until they complete this quest to turn him back into a magic user or whatever. But yeah, they are fucking hardcore. Like poison, roll a save versus poison. or die. There's
Yeah.
there is no in between. You're just fucking dead. You know. I love
Back
that.
when Disintegrate didn't do hit points.
Yeah, no, it just turns you to dust. That you're done. Yeah, no, I love that game.
Does the 13 hit this guy?
A 13 indeed does.
Oh.
I want to say it does. I'm sure it does. He has a whole whopping 11. So yeah.
Okay. He takes 13 points.
All right.
And then I'll go hide myself in this alley.
Okay. There is there's a door here that leads to a partially intact building. So, I mean, if you want to go inside, you could come out this side if you wanted to.
No.
No, you don't want to do that? All right.
Not falling for that DM trap.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. Sparkles of the Twilight, what would you like to do?
If I remember right, Impa King's pretty wounded.
Yep. I'm also a self-preserving chicken, so...
Well, let's see. There's the old lady. Let's see, how far over is that? Meow. I have to hop down. Well, let's see. Let's do this to start with. Everybody's temp hit points is going to go up to 7. So everybody refill 7 on your temp hit points.
Nice.
Yep.
Shit. What are these things we're fighting again?
Zentrum thugs and I guess they're just Zent thugs. Yeah, the other ones ran away. Bravely. They bravely ran away.
Maybe I can slow them down for one quick moment.
Don't worry, I'm sure Edith is going to do something drastic here in just a minute.
I should be able to, if I remember right, I'm concentrating on a hunter's mark and the guy I killed died.
Yes. Did he die? Let's see here. Yes, he did. He did die. He did not run away.
As a bonus action, I will apply it to this guy.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and take a quick shot at him, see if we can clean out the herd real quick.
Okay.
Oh, not 20.
Double damage.
Hunter's mark.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, back up, cat. Jesus Christ. 15, 30 damage.
30. He can't take that. And you drill his face with an arrow and drop him.
I will skitter a little bit back on the roof.
Yep.
And that will be my turn.
I'm going to give you a red dot to show that you're on the roof. And not inside a building. Okay. Edith, what would you like to do?
So are we like really fucked here, or is this is it a pretty evenly matched fight?
It started as kind of a clusterfuck, but it is actually turning in your favor. I think these guys, though, these are new. Yeah, these guys are new, so they are virgin territory. So, I mean, if you got something you want to give them, the fist, go for it.
I just want to use the wand of entangle.
And this right here is a partial wall, so it is giving you a +2 to AC.
Okay.
For that's what Brian Bug's big thing was, that he had a guy kept trying to stab him and busted all of his blades on the wall because he kept missing. Actually, he rolled like 4 times in a row.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the wand of entanglement.
All right.
Yeah. I'm at 20 feet.
So is that a 20-foot square?
I believe so. I wrote it down actually.
I think it's a 20-foot square.
Yeah, 2 by 2.
Square.
If you want to draw a square, I will be right back while you draw a square and put it where you want it.
Okay. It's gonna. Some buildings are gonna get entangled, but tough.
Yep.
Oh, I should mark off these. Okay.
All right. So, wow, that's a big square. All right. So, those guys all need to make a save. Is that correct?
It's 15.
And strength.
Strength 15 or dex?
Strength. Yes, it's strength.
Okay. Well, let's see what they get. $18. They are not restrained.
Shit. Okay.
But that is now difficult terrain, so they at least have to do half their movement just to get through that area. This guy's not so fucked, but these other two are kind of boned.
All right. And then was it this building at the top that you said we could go through if we want?
Yeah, there's a door. There is a rickety door here. I mean, you can see through the door. It's that bad. But this room doesn't really go anywhere. But there is another door up here that leads into this building.
I can just make it inside, I think. Or no, wait, I have 25 feet of it. Oh, I have 30. Oh, okay. I'm good. Okay.
Yep, you can move on in there. All right. Salazar is going to quaff a potion. So he is going... Boy, that helped. He's going to get a whole 2 hit points back. He's feeling much better. That's what Salazar is going to do. Zent Thugs. So we're going to call that 10 feet. So he has another 20. He's going to move there. This guy... Wow. We are going to call that 20 feet. So he only has 10 feet of movement. He can get there. That's going to be all of his movement. And he is going to take a crossbow shot at Sparkles. And miss. And then he... I guess he'll hang on to his crossbow. He's not going to, He's not going to John Wick and shoot and oh, it's empty. Drop it.
Sparkles is going to stick her tongue out at him.
Ampa King, what would you like to do?
I will dodge out and shoot and try and hit him.
All right. Do it.
21 to hit.
That
there
is.
We go. 13 points.
Ouch. Do you get pull or push or anything? You guys are only 3rd level, right?
No, I spec'd out of Repelling Blast into Voice of the Master so that I could have more constant connection with my imp.
Gotcha.
So does he go down at 13 points?
He does not. These guys
go back up.
These guys got shit for AC, but they have a lot of hit points. I mean, they're.
I will open the door as I pass, but continue down the alley.
Okay. Well, there's no. Yeah, you're at the end of the alley. So these two buildings actually, there's a wall that connects them. That's just off map, but yeah, that's a dead end, filled with glad garbage bags and homeless people. Sparkles, what would you like to do?
Sparkles will change her hunter's mark to that guy.
Okay.
Just took a.
All right.
And she will attempt to shoot him from the rooftop.
Go for it.
17.
That is it.
13 more damage.
Ouch. That's done. Like, greatly. Anything with bonus action or any movement?
Moving the hunter's mark was bonus action.
Right.
Run to the corner of the ledge.
All right.
And everybody's... Oh, it went down to 6 on temporary hit points.
No. Still better than no temporary hit points. Miss Edith, what would you like to do?
Something serious, because we're getting pushed into a corner.
Yeah.
And I'll move just a little bit to show that there is a door under me.
Okay.
Don't worry, Edith's got this.
Let's see. I can use 10 feet of movement to get out here. And then
Blast him.
I'm trying to decide if Witch Bolt or Ice Knife is a better idea.
Ice Knife could be vicious, but it's especially vicious if you've got guys that are within 5 feet of each other, because it does splash damage.
Yeah.
It's like basically throwing a frag grenade. That's a knife.
So I think that Ice Knife still has like the potential for greater damage, but wait, with Witch Bolt I don't have to cast anything to have it go on the next.
Right, yeah, it'll just keep going round after round.
Okay, well I'll just do
assuming that you don't kill him immediately. I mean, this guy is hurting pretty bad. You might be able to just magic missile him and be done with him.
I do have Ray of Frost. That'll slow him down. I don't think I have Magic Missile.
Do you have Toll the Dead?
Nope. I have my cantrips are Ray of Frost, Mending, Mage Hand, Gust, and Infestation. So, kind of weird.
You could infest him, give him fleas.
Either any of those would probably do him dirty, especially infestation. No pun intended.
So I'll do Ray of Frost because of it slows somebody down 10 feet. So I'll do that.
Actually, you already have a.
Alright. Ooh, yay, I rolled a 19, so it's 24.
That gets him.
And 1d8 of damage. 3.
Okay. Yeah, he is screwed, and he's slowed by 10 feet.
Okay. Shit.
Feet.
Wish I could have done more.
No, that he's rethinking his life choices at this point.
Okay, good.
Salazar is going to. He's just going to surrender at this point. I mean, he could quaff another potion, but that doesn't seem to really be doing anything for him. He's going to stay in the in this building down here and put Band-Aids and Bactine on all of his stab wounds. The thugs, this guy right here. Oh, yeah, he's gonna do it. He is going to run up and engage Edith. This guy is going to... He didn't shoot. So he is going to move 12 feet to here. He is going to shoot at Sparkles. And this guy is going to go through this door. Oh, wrong door. Sorry. It's like checkers. I didn't take my hand off. He is going to go through this door and get to there. So, I will do the crossbow on Sparkles first. And he misses with a 5. And this guy is going to swing his mace on Edith. Ooh, that was close. He misses with an 11. Empa King, what would you like to do?
I will shoot this guy because he's the one I can see.
Yep.
14.
That hits.
11 points.
Yeah, you put the spank on him and he goes down.
And then I will... Do I know that guy's in the building? Have I heard anything?
Probably not. Like I said, the doors are... You can see daylight through the door. Well, not daylight. If you were inside, you could see daylight. But you probably didn't hear anything.
Well, I know there's someone else outside, so I suppose I'll come out here so I can be ready to shoot someone else.
All right. Sparkles. This jerk just shot his crossbow at you. I don't know, he's probably not going to... It's a heavy crossbow. He's probably not going to bother trying to reload. He's probably, shoot, drop, and pull his mace.
Bonus action, move Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That hits.
10 damage.
Ouch. Movement?
No, fine at the moment. Let's see if we can get back up higher. Ugh. 10 hit points is 4.
Ew. That's not the best roll.
Ew.
Edith, what would you like to do?
I will cast Witch Bolt on this dude.
Okay.
Nice. 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
I'm going to go Emperor Palpatine on him.
5 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Did you want to move, bonus action? You probably want to keep him in line of sight since you're witch bolting him.
Yeah, I'll step forward confidently.
All right.
Say which
Check out that old bitch. All right. Is that thugs? This guy is going to make a beeline for Empicang. This guy does not like getting witch bolted in the face. And so they are both going to make mace attacks on Empicang. Ooh.
Aww.
23. 1d6 plus 2. For a whole terrifying 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Thank you, temporary hit points.
right? Yes. And on Edith, he misses with an 8. Because he sucks. Empicang, I'm sure you want to spread some love on this guy.
I got a face blast him.
Yep. You're,
Disadvantage, right?
Yep, you're at disadvantage because it is point blank.
Fuck you, disadvantage.
Okay. But that... Yep, it's not a nat 20, but still. That is...
Only 8 points.
Yeah, he does. He takes Eldritch Blast to the face. You stand where you're at? Bonus action?
I will... Hold on here. It's probably not a helpful move, but it's a move I can do. I will just rotate around him.
Okay, yeah.
Not leaving his reach, just going to his opposite side.
Gotcha. All right.
I do a cartwheel.
Yes. You deftly scream like a little girl and cartwheel around him.
Yep.
Sparkles, what would you like to do?
Shoot the one guy in front of Edith from the rooftops. 18 plus 6, hit him.
You hit him.
6, 10 more damage.
Ooh. He is not feeling well.
Sparkles will hop down off the building next to Empicang.
Okay.
And use bonus action to cast a upscaled healing word.
Okay.
Oh.
That's probably a good idea.
Three, 8 hit points on that.
Nice, thank you.
And 10 hit points go back to 6.
All right. Edith. This jerk swung on you and has an arrow sticking out of his chest.
And I'm keeping the witch bolt going.
Yeah.
Let me get a D12. Another 5.
Ooh. He is really unhappy. There's smoke coming off of him, and the end of the arrow catches fire. He disengages and is like, no, and runs away. To there. This guy is going to... How many hit points did you give back to Empicang?
The bad guys don't know.
No. That's not why I'm asking. I just saw that you're
8.
Yeah, okay. He can do that. He's going to swing on Sparkles. Ooh. And misses with a 12. God, these guys suck. Empicang, what would you like to do?
I still got to try and get rid of the guy in my face, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
At disadvantage. Well, those both sucked.
Yep. That was a nat 1.
Yep.
Oh! Empicking. He's going to get a attack of opportunity on Empicking. 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Is that right? Yes, that is right. Empiking's going to take 7 points. You go to shoot your your Eldritch Blast, and you kind of overreach and miss and blow a hole in this crappy building. And he's like, whack! Smacks you in the head. Stop it.
So that used his reaction, right?
Correct.
Okay, I will finish my turn by moving away from him.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. I mean, you already got whacked. You can run away.
He can't hit me again this turn, so
Right.
Yep.
Right. Sparkles, what would you like to do? Oh, you're going to shoot that guy? Yeah. Sparkles, are you muted?
Oh, sorry. That probably did not hit with an 8.
No, that is actually the first time you guys have missed these idiots. So.
Rolled a 2.
No!
Most of that was my bonus. Sparkles will stay here and try to meat shield up the fresher guy.
Okay. All right.
And yell to the party, "Don't let him escape!"
Edith, what would you like? You still have Witch Bolt going on this guy, right?
Yeah, but I kind of feel like Edith wouldn't shoot a guy in the back who's running away. Just guessing.
Yeah, Wednesday night, she shoots a guy with a breaching gun and blows him across the room and mangles his legs, then walks over and steps on the mangled legs to get him to tell her the code to open the cell doors. But now she's like, I'm not going to shoot him in the back.
Well, that's not me.
The many personalities of Cameron.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Yes.
Beth Smith would step on mangled legs. Edith certainly would. Edith's a nice old lady.
Role-playing games, the exercise in schizophrenia.
Yes.
Okay, shit, I can't really hit that guy, can I? Maybe? Do you think I could do Ray of Frost on this fella from here and not hit? Sparkles is short, so that actually would be fine.
Could.
Okay, and that, alright, I'll hit. 18 to hit, I'm sure hits.
Yes.
Okay. And, 8. Got max damage.
Yeah. You Ray of Frost him, and he is now minus 10 feet. All right.
And, shit, I can move a little bit more. I'll move back over there. Yeah.
All right.
And then back over here.
Cool. Zet Thugs, this guy, jeez. He's going to continue running, and he can get off the screen. He bravely runs away. And this guy is going to swing his mace on Sparkles. $21. That is probably going to hit you.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to hit a Sparkle.
Oh, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I take 2.
He is Employee of the Month. Empicking, what would you like to do?
Oh, the girl.
my fleeing target, who I would have gladly shot in the back, is gone now.
Emperor King has no such compunctions about
No.
shooting people in the back.
Yeah.
Suppose I'll try and move up to where Sparkles isn't in my way.
Yep.
And then shoot the remaining guy.
So, yeah, you are not at disadvantage.
12.
That hits.
Oh, wow. Did not realize these guys were that lame.
Yeah, AC 11. They have a lot of hit points, but low
Minimum
intelligence,
roll 8 points.
low intelligence and low intelligence and low AC.
8 whole points.
All right. Sparkles.
She'd be like, "Why'd you hit a girl? Drop her bow, pull a rapier, and stab him."
Do it.
At least attempt to. Nat 20?
Double damage. I think this guy's
Sadly, I
not,
don't have the mark on him.
I think this guy's not long for the world.
Minimum damage, 10 points.
That you stab him and he's like, I didn't mean to, and dies. These guys are all kaput. All right. So you know that thanks to Empa's imp, that your trail, they got away and left this alley down here. There's really nothing to stop you from just chasing after them, but Empa King and Edith, you can make a history check.
Okay. Not me.
Not it.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay, never mind. So, if you guys would like, you can, at this point, you can just leave the alley. You could continue to search the alley, go door to door. It's up to you. What would you like to do?
I'd rather chase after him. What do you guys think?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So you...
How's everybody's hit points at the moment?
I'm a little over half.
I will apply a quick bandage to you.
Here's a Peanuts Band-Aid. That'll do it.
I want the SpongeBob Band-Aid.
All we have in stock is Hello Kitty.
Oh, okay. Well,
What are you rolling, a D6 or 8?
I think an 8. Hold on here.
I think Warlock's 8.
Yep, D8.
Ooh, nice. Proficient, 9 points of healing.
Awesome.
How about you, Grandma?
I didn't even get hit. I'm good.
Alright, let me get rid of my aura because that is off now. Alright, we can go, but just to warn you guys, I'm starting to run low on spell points and abilities.
yeah, this chase is taxing you.
It's been several fights back to back.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a short rest in between much of anything.
Should we do that, or what do you guys think?
If you take a short rest, keep in mind that it will consume an hour, which means that your query will get that much further ahead of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down to do the chase. I'm just letting you know if
Yep.
things get thick,
Okay.
it's going to get real thick.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool. Good to know.
All right. Wrong button. Edith, there is an Empicane. And a Sparkles. Big Sparkles. There we go. This is empty. Okay, so following Empiking's knowledge from his imp, you you follow the trail and you find an old tower. This tower sits, not far from Mishore. It is really, really old, but it does appear that somebody has been attempting to renovate the tower. This is over here is a image of the tower. There is smoke coming out of the chimney, so somebody's home. And there is it's encircled by rickety wooden scaffolding that is it is starting to a light snow is starting to come down. The rain has changed to snow, so the streets are a little muddy, and it is fairly cold out. And you see that there's this scaffolding around this tower, and there is this a fairly new wooden door. It seems that they replaced this wooden door leading into the vestibule of this tower. Every time I say the word vestibule, I get an image of Jeff's old tent. It's not particularly a fun word to say, but that's the image that it's like vestibule. Oh, Jeff's got a tent. So,
these windows, are they big enough for a person to fit through, or not really, do you think?
Which windows?
The ones on the tower, like at the top.
It would be big enough for Sparkles to fit through.
But the person we're chasing, you think?
No.
Okay. So what I was thinking is, if we get in the first room, I can open the door to the second room and use the wand of entanglement in there, and then we could probably take a short rest here. And if anybody's coming, we'll have like a long time.
I was thinking she was just going to be a dick, be like, I'm going to open the door, cast wand of entanglement, shut the door, and we'll just move on to the next area.
Is there smoke coming from the fireplace?
Yes.
The smokestack?
Yes.
Oh,
and you
we
can see in this second story window, you can see that there is flickering. It is getting towards evening. You can see that there's the flickering flame light from a fireplace and and candles and whatnot.
Your question about the fireplace brought up an idea. The imp is invisible and small and immune to fire, and I can project my voice from him in my voice. We could make the fire talk to people and maybe direct them.
So what the
Can you give them commandments from it? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, honestly,
Sparkles
the imp. When I set this up, I didn't design it for the imp. So that's on the second floor, and but that's all you know.
the Sparkles is technically chaotic good, but the evil person in me says barricade the front door shut and drop a bomb down the chimney and watch it burn.
That's an option as well, assuming that you have such device.
Well, I mean, we could drop like some good whiskey down there, start a good fire.
Hey, don't be wasting the good whiskey. For the Braunhaven campaign setting, I had posted to Facebook a menu of the Braunhaus coaching in, and somebody said, "Well, at the very it gives a list of the drinks that are available, and the very last section of the menu is supplies. So you could go to the coaching inn and say, well, we're going into a dungeon. We want to buy 7 days of iron rations or 7 days of regular rations." And somebody posted like, "I'm really questioning why the 7 days of iron rations costs more than a flask of this 50-year aged whiskey." And I'm like, well, it's dwarven whiskey. 50 years is like bottom shelf. That's the cheap shit. Not to mention the fact that it's only it comes in a cup or a flask, and if you're a dwarf, a flask is like that's one serving. That's the swill. So yeah, I mean you. It's up to you what you want to do. The imp tells Impiking that up here there are multiple clerics of some kind. It's not sure what they're clerics of, but there was an additional acolyte that the person that you're chasing came in here, went upstairs, talked to these guys in very quiet whispers. It wasn't close enough. Even being invisible, you don't want to get too close. It doesn't want to give itself away.
Right.
So it whispered into the ears of this person, and this person told one of the acolytes to go downstairs to inform somebody else, and then that acolyte went away.
Well, I'll tell the party we have at least 8 hostiles, potentially a lot of healing in there.
But
should we?
But the imp tells you that the person that you're chasing did not give anything physically to anybody, and then vacated the tower and moved on. So it's up to you if you want to try and figure out what was said, or because clearly it was it was important enough that this person had to tell somebody, but then they moved on to somewhere else, and the imp is now continuing to follow them.
Well, yeah, we were following this person because we were following this person for the stone stuff. So I don't know that we even need to stop to deal with these people if the person we're following's moved on.
Right. Yeah, it is up to the party what you guys want to do.
I would say we should keep going, probably.
So are we in agreement we're going to keep running?
I believe so.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
It's quite a bit for 3. And we don't even have one of our tanks with us.
So before we continue on, all of you can take level 4.
Ooh, level 4.
Yeah, it's been a while, so you're going to want to be level 4.
Do you get like spell slots and crap back when you level up, or no?
I'm going to go ahead and say that you do all get your hit points, and because you leveled up, you are completely healed.
Well, I was going to ask if, since we're going on continue the chase, if you guys wanted to do a rest. But that solves that problem.
Yeah, that solves multiple levels of problems. I mean, 5e, it's like, oh, I took a rest, so I'm feeling much better. Yeah. Honestly, so I got, since I've been writing stuff for old school essentials, I've thought about how if I were to do it again, how would I fix 5th edition? And 3 things. The first thing would be to run rules as written out of the player's handbook about rests, long rests, and how you get your spell slots and hit points back. That would be one. That would be the first thing I would do. The second thing that I would do, I would change the 3 death saves rule, and I would replace it with -10 hit points. And if you are at between 0 and -10, you're not at -10, you're dead. But I would say you're -5. You would get a death save on your turn. If you failed the death save, you would take an additional point of damage. And then the last thing that I would do is I would remove entirely milestone XP. I would go back to the old days of, appointing 1 XP per gold piece value of the treasure, and a lot XP for monsters, and limit how many classes a character can do. They could do three. They could multi-class into 3 classes, but when you get XP, it has to be divided equally across all 3 classes. So what that would mean would be that you might have some characters that might be 1 or 2 levels higher than others. It just really depends on, how many classes you took. But those multi-class characters would have far more capabilities, obviously. And I think that would drastically change the dynamic of the game and would kind of equal things out. Because right now, at first level even, everybody's a fucking superhero, and it's ridiculous. That I think would fix a lot of stuff without drastically changing 5th edition. But that's what I would do. Anyway, so 4th, you guys get 4th level. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We got it. Edith. Whoops. Work with me, roll 20. And we got an Epic King. And a Sparkles. So you follow the swashbuckler, and she has gone into. So you are now in the what is it called? The you're in the City of the Dead, and I'll show you where that is on the map. So it is over in this area of Waterdeep, and this is essentially a large cemetery, but the city maintains it as a park and recreation area, as well as a cemetery. And so A lot of, especially during the spring and summer months, a lot of people will come here for picnics and whatnot. And it is a well manicured area that is tended by druids. That you know, not so many people meandering around in the in this late fall, early winter months. And the imp comes back and it tells Empiking a couple of things. And the first thing that it tells Empiking is that the swashbuckler went into this mausoleum. The other thing that it tells you is that there is a treant here, just outside of the mausoleum, that does not like for people to go inside. And it has two animated trees that it uses to kind of guard the entrance. But this swashbuckler came up and it had something that it used to unlock the doors. And the treant was like, "Hey, wait, stop!" And then it was like, "Oh, but you're okay because you can go inside." And then the swashbuckler shut the doors, and the treant kind of shut up. So that's where the swashbuckler went. They are inside this mausoleum.
Well, does anybody have befriend treant?
I mean, it's a treant, so I mean, you could just talk to it. I mean, the animated trees not so much, but the treant, you could just be like, "Hey, you know, this is a situation."
I mean, I can talk to some animals, and they can talk. They can hype us up to the tree. Like, yeah, they're good people.
I'll talk to these squirrels, and they'll go over and tickle the treant, and while it's distracted.
Well, I could use suggestion to see if I can force treant to go visit his home wooded glade.
This is its home.
This particular spot?
Yep. This is where the treant lives. So I mean, how you decide to approach? I mean, I suppose you could piss off a lot of druids, but I mean, you are. I know at least Sparkles is a member of the Emerald Enclave, which means that the treant is Sparkles will have advantage for anything for dealing with the treant in a diplomatic sense because you're a member of the Emerald Enclave. You are here in an official capacity.
That is true.
Yeah, I thought we would be nice to it. Like they're usually really cool creatures, so they don't make like rash
except for
decisions.
that one in Curse of Strahd. He was kind of a dick. especially after you lit him on fire. He was a complete prick.
I vote diplomacy, so
Sure.
yeah.
So how are you guys approaching? I mean, you know where he is. I mean, how are you? If he's standing still, if the imp had not told Empiking what was going on, you would think that he was just what appears to be a large oak tree. The only thing giving it away would be that this particular oak tree still has all of its leaves. They're all green and vibrant, as opposed to all of the other leafy trees in the area, which all of their leaves have shed. So how are you approaching the treant?
Straightforwardly, I hope, like just walk
I mean,
up.
I would assume that since Sparkles is the rep for for Emerald Enclave, maybe you have him on point.
Yeah, I'd want Sparkles to speak to the tree.
I will be physically a long ways away because I now have Spell Sniper.
Oh, yes. All right.
I took that feat. Crap. Maybe I should take a different one.
No, you can too.
Okay. Well, I don't know. All right.
So, Sparkles, what are you saying?
I'm not sure Well, what should I ask it? Like, hey, Grandma, what are we asking this thing?
Well, you know that the swashbuckler that you're chasing with the stone of Golur went into these double doors. It had some kind of key that allowed it to go in, which because it had this key, the treant was like, "All right, you're allowed." I will allow all of you to make a perception check.
Wow. Even
Okay.
in -3.
I got 19.
Perception. 10. 17.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what did Cameron get?
19.
So, looks like all of you got it. So, you notice that as you are approaching the treant, and Emp King has got your back, way back. You see that these double doors have a large stone arch over them, and chiseled into the stone arch, it says that this is the vault of House Brendeth, who was, and you know from being around Waterdeep that House Brendeth was a wealthy noble family that lived in Waterdeep. They're most known for donating most of their fortune to the upkeep of the City of the Dead. So the Druids benefited greatly because they donated money so that people could have better mausoleums and tombs and whatnot. And some of that money was even given to a section of the City of the Dead so that the poor would have their own mausoleum, and rather than, I guess burying them in the streets, or I don't know what they do with the poor, but they now have someplace as well to be buried. And so this is the mausoleum of a fairly well-known noble family, and that's where this individual went. Is that Sparkles? Spotlight's on you, man.
Use Takano Jutsu and let us in.
Yeah.
Would you do the honors of opening the door for me, great old one?
So it looks down at you, and as a treant does, it says, "Why would I do that? Are you a part of House Brendeth?"
Can we tell them about the stone? I bet they'll care.
You could.
Oh, is it? I will tell them I'm a friend of the forest and all.
He says, so are you informing him that you are a member of the Emerald Enclave? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, members of the Enclave are always welcome in the City of the Dead, but you are not a member of House Brendeth, and I guard this mausoleum.
Well, I get that you're trying to guard it, but we're just doing a sightseeing tour. Did your oath say anything about stopping tourism? Isn't that the backbone of the company?
Indeed. The only people that are allowed inside are family members so that they can pay their respects to lost loved ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I'm Cousin Ricky's cousin's former roommate's nephew. Like, I'm practically family.
It's true.
He grew up together in the Shady Pines trailer park. Make a persuasion check, and you get advantage on that.
That's good, because I don't think my persuasion's very great.
Well, if you're claiming to be, I guess it would be deception, and you get advantage on it.
Either way, it's still a +0, so we'll see how this goes. Uh, 13.
That's for having a +0. That's pretty good. He says, "Are you friends with the other family member who went inside?"
Oh, yeah. Great Uncle Rob. We go way back.
It must be an anniversary of the death of the last member interred. He says, he then says, I don't have a key to open the door. And one of his tree branches comes down, and I mean, it's, his fingers are like 10 feet long. And he's like, and I don't have very good fingers.
I look at the rest of the grandma and our way back buddy and just kind of shrug like, oh, I don't know what to do.
But he says, but you're welcome to go in and join your family member, especially if it is an anniversary.
Okay, so how do we open the door? Shit. Do any of us have tools to open it?
Did we even check to see if it's locked?
No, we haven't.
Sparkles will go up and give the tree nod a little bow and thank you, and we'll go up and try to open the door.
So the doors, they're not locked. There are these two wrought iron gates on the outside, and you open the gates, and then there are two stone doors, and you push one open. Inside,
okay. I changed my feet just so everybody knows.
Okay, what'd you take?
Fade away. That'll be useful.
Yeah. What does fade away do?
So once for every short or long rest, as a reaction, I can turn myself invisible after taking damage until I try and cast a spell or interact with something physically. So that'll help me if I'm really screwed. If I get cornered again, I think that would be good to have.
Yeah, no, that is a good idea. So, Sparkles, you open the doors, and there are 4 marble sarcophagi and sarcophagirls in here.
Before we go in, since Brian's not here, I'm going to cast my Vigilant Blessing on Impa King.
Okay. Yeah.
What was that?
That last fight, he got to be a little bit of a mace magnet. So that might not be a bad idea.
Well, it just gives him initiative on the roll.
Yeah.
Advantage on initiative.
Yep.
So in this room, or in the initial area here, you see that there are these marble sarcophagi, and in the corners there is a little 2-step up to a platform, and has another couple of sarcophagi on either side. And in the middle there is a long set of marble steps that leads down into darkness.
Ominous.
I still have that stick that's bright, I think.
The continual flame torch?
Why would I throw it away is what I...
Right. I mean, once it's got the continual light on it,
Okay.
Unless you don't want to be seen. It's over there.
Should we short rest or descend? This seems pretty... I don't think that...
Well, we just...
After leveling, we have everything. We're at max.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're right. Duh. Let's just go in then.
Yep.
Never mind.
All right. So yeah, and above each of these marble coffins, there is a brass plaque that gives the name of who is interred here. The immediate thought is that these four are like the most important. The head of the family. They're probably the first ones that were interred here. And then there's a set of stone stairs. This is not uncommon for a mausoleum to have a undercroft that goes down, and there would be internment for later generations below. Are you? I mean, you open up coffins if you wanted to, but that's entirely up to you.
I'll take a peek. I'm curious.
Being a cleric, Sparkles is fine with not looking in the coffins.
So Edith, make a strength check.
Oh, shit. I'm not gonna make this one.
Grandma power.
Okay. Holy shit! I got a nat 20.
Okay, so Edith goes over and lifts the lid of this coffin, looks inside, and there's the body, the skeletal remains. And Edith.
Curiosity.
It's the power of Ben Gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Edith. You find that this body has a electrum necklace set with rubies worth 90 gold. That's not what I want. Worth 90 gold pieces.
I don't know if I should steal that. I just wanted to see what a dead body looks like.
Initial glance, you're like, wow, that is gaudy. That looks like costume jewelry. But it is not. There is a ruby, about an inch in diameter, and it is an electrum necklace with smaller rubies that goes all the way around the neck.
Our inn is already haunted by one ghost. If I steal this and another one fucks with me, that might be a little much for patrons. So I'm gonna leave it behind.
Okay, so you just set the lid down and like, hey, nice necklace in there.
Yeah, sure is a dead body. All right, let's go.
The swashbuckler's not hiding in here. So you guys move down the stairs, and there is a long hallway, and it is dark down here. But thanks to Edith's stick, you can see what's going on. And up here, you see the swashbuckler that you have been chasing is laying on the floor.
Do they look dead?
They're not moving.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's far enough. They're far enough away, laying on the floor. They're like at the edge of your dim light, but you can see that there's this person that you've been chasing is on the floor.
I got dark vision up to 300 feet. Does anybody not have dark vision?
I don't. So I have the stick though.
I will give you dark vision for an hour. I can share it once a day.
So you can see in black and white. The imp is invisible, standing next to Impiking, and is like pointing, like, see, I did it this time. That's the guy. That's the guy that I've been chasing.
So you rifle through his pockets and see if he has the stone.
I didn't take the necklace, but let's go loot this dead guy. And in here, you see that there's these little alcoves. There's a big coffin here of somebody that is important, and then probably their kids because they're less important. And yeah, and here there are sconces on the wall with torches, but the torches are unlit.
Where's the body?
It is right here.
Sparkles will go up and inspect the guy. Make sure she'll go up and kick him in the foot first.
Okay. So you kick the body in the foot, and it does not move.
And then she'll start taking his pulse, air quotes, as I'm rifling through his pockets, like, I know CPR.
Sparkles, make a medicine check.
Let's see, medicine. I should be halfway decent at that. 18 plus 21.
Okay. You see that the body is covered in like scratch marks. Like it looks like it has been clawed by rough fingernails. And you around the body, you do find a broken off, decaying, like grayish brown fingernail laying on the ground.
Since Sparkles has
she is dead.
Since Sparkles has spent a lot of time in nature and with animals, can I roll a nature check to see if I can identify the scratches?
Yes.
Or the nail.
13, 4, 17.
Okay, so you identify the scratches and the nail, and you determine these were made by undead.
Oh.
And
can you turn those yet?
as you kind of turn around and say, hey, these were made by undead, out of the end of the tomb, you see a bunch of broken off hands, decaying hands start to crawl on the floor coming your way.
Oh no. Should we roll initiative?
Yeah.
They don't.
Let me throw you guys up on the board.
I can do that. I'm going to go gun pop of smoke. I'll be back in just a quick second.
All right. Yep. You can go ahead and roll Inish.
Oops, I forgot I have advantage.
You do have advantage.
Oh, still 19.
Now we will take a quick break for Sparkles to smoke. I will be right back as well. This will take me like 5 seconds.
You're back.
I shall play Rocket League.
All right. Yeah, the other thing that Kate found was an Irish whiskey that one of the few that I haven't tried. She said she's looking. She goes, "Oh well, they've got Slain whiskey," and I'm sure it's not Slain. It's Gaelic, so it's probably Ifweld or something like that. But it looks like Slain. Anyways, she's like, "Have you tried this?" I'm like, "No, because that's fucking expensive, and I don't have that kind of money." Oh, they've got it on sale for like $30. And she's like, let's get this. I'm like, okay. I'm not used to, here's a really expensive bottle of whiskey. Why don't you get this? And so, yeah, we got that. I have not tried that. It's triple casked.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying that on Christmas Eve. Like I said, it's one of the few higher end ones that I haven't actually had a chance to try yet. the old Saturday night group, we used to do whiskey tastings, and so these guys would come over. They had more money than sense, and they would come over with, $300 bottles of Scotch and Irish whiskey and the Japanese quote unquote Scotch, and all sorts of shit. And so we would just pass shots around, and those games went quickly off the rail, but had a good time. I like the Japanese whiskeys, but I've noticed something with all of them that I've tried, even the really expensive top shelf ones, is that they all have, compared to like actual Scotch or bourbon or even Canadian whiskeys, they have an edge to them. And it doesn't matter how long they say they're aged. I don't know what they're aging them in or what their process is, but there's this sharp edge to them. And that's the only way I can describe it. It's almost metallic to all of. I don't know if you've tried like Izumaki or some of the other ones, but they're very, I guess, harsh is what I would say.
I've tried a couple of the Himalayans as well.
Yeah,
they're still generally pretty good, but anything that's different in the humidity of the environment changes how aging occurs, and the humidity of the cask can change.
Yeah.
I am back.
Welcome back. Cameron is stepped away for just a moment.
And like 120 something odd Duchess flew over my house. It was crazy.
You go. Oh.
Sounds like every afternoon at my house.
Right? Yeah. There's Cameron.
Usually it's Canadian geese at my house, though.
So I got the cats their Christmas present. I gotta look around. They're not listening. One of their Christmas presents. It's probably gonna drive me insane. It's a little plush bird that you can fill with catnip. But when they bat it or pick it up, it will chirp like a bird.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a hoot. No pun intended. That would be better, actually, if they were to bat it right. Woo-hoo! But yeah, so that will. My old cat, Buffy, we had this little plush toy originally it was supposed to only come out at Christmas, and it was like a little snowman or something. When you would squeeze it, it would play a little Christmas song for like 2 or 3. She loved it, and she would grab it and hug it, and it would play the Christmas song, and then she would nuzzle it and fall asleep, and then after a little while she would wake up and hug it again to make it play, and then she'd fall asleep. And so all through the night this thing would be playing this Christmas song over and over and over. But she absolutely loved that thing, so I'm like, I imagine Tassie will enjoy this. So looks like Empa King is at the top. So, Empa King, you see these crawling claws. Do you? Yeah, I guess you do.
I have dark vision 60 feet. I can see all the crawling hands.
You see these black and white crawling claws coming out from behind these 2 sarcophagi. This is a sarcophagi, and this is a sarcophagirl. And they are crawling out and heading towards Sparkles in I guess a menacing manner. I mean, they're disembodied hands, so it's always going to be menacing. What would you like to do?
Ray.
Yeah, okay. It's not like you're going to really, be diplomatic with disembodied hands.
Does an 11 hit the closest one?
It does not.
Wow. Okay. Second beam. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
In one of my old games, I actually managed to take one of those as a familiar.
Oh, Man, horrible roll, waste of a spell. Sorry.
Sparkles, make a dexterity saving throw. Epic King, what is your spell save DC?
This is a to hit, so
Right, but what is your spell save DC?
Normally 15.
Okay, so Sparkles, make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Well, I rolled a 17, so
Okay.
I think I made it.
So, like the end, like a little curl of hair coming off of Sparkle's head, this scorching ray like cooks the end of it off, just barely missing the back of Sparkle's head as Epic King furiously misses all three of his shots.
She will turn and look at him like, what the fuck?
It's dark. I couldn't see well. Sort of, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's my excuse.
Good thing I'm 4 foot taller. I'd be missing the back of my head.
Epic King, any bonus action or movement, or are you gonna continue to try to shoot at Sparkles?
I will have the imp help Sparkles with advantage on whatever attack Sparkles is making.
Okay, so the imp is giving Sparkles the help action. Sparkles, what would you like to do?
Well, we're just gonna put a hindrance on this right now because she does not like the creepy hands. So
they're all moving to grab Sparkle's butt without consent.
I'm supposed to clear half the field, and I missed everything.
They're all really, really small hands. They look like disembodied Trump hands.
Are they Trump NFTs?
Yes. Well, each one has a trading card taped to the back.
Yeah. There we go. Stop it. I want to move you. Meh. Trying to move that circle. So I need to change. There we go.
Yeah, I saw that he released the digital trading cards for $99. I'm like, how can anybody take this fucker seriously? I mean, this has to be a joke, but it's not. It's real. He did this. What? The one of him dressed as a superhero is probably the fun.
All of them.
All of them are
dressed as an opera conductor or whatever.
Yes.
Space suit.
I'm like, what the fuck what world am I living in?
Right there, Sparkles is casting Moonbeam.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. So they have to make a con save.
Yep.
Moonbeam's one of the few spells that I actually have memorized because my wife was a Oath of Ancients paladin, and that was like her favorite. Oh, that's dismal. So they're going to take 2d10 damage.
10 damage.
That is dead, and dead. And I'm going to say that he's dead because he's at the very edge. So, you cast Moonbeam, and this beam of pale moonlight hits the floor, and you see these three hands, like a pale. It looks like fire, but it's like a pale white, and these hands just go and roast up.
And then she will take a 10-foot step back, so she's not in the middle of the way.
Okay. The crawling claw.
Actually, the other side, because she'll be out of Impa King's line.
Don't want to do that. Oh, so the crawling claws aren't really that smart. Just so you know.
That's what I was hoping on.
And they've got a -3 to intelligence, and I thought I'll roll for it. And so they got a -1, and they are going to run right into it because they are geniuses. And I don't know that they're actually going to make it this far. We'll make their con checks here in just a second. And they will roll for con. Oh, no. They all run directly through the moonbeam and are promptly incinerated. And so that kind of, that's the end of that.
She'll just look at everybody else and be like, well, that was creepy.
So,
and let Moonbeam go.
Okay. Let's do that. So, at the end of this hall, the hall takes a right turn, heading to the east, and you see that there are these four alcoves ready for future interment of family members. At the end is a tomb that has this end is kind of rough cut, and there is a tomb door at the end that is closed and locked.
Did the one guy have anything on him worth anything?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation?
I got like +5 investigation.
I got a +4, rolled a 19, 23.
Oh, we go.
Okay, so yes, he has. So the first thing you find, she has a +1 rapier.
If nobody uses a rapier, I'll take it because I use one.
I can't. Go for it.
Impa King, do you need a rapier?
No.
I will take the +1 rapier.
Okay. And there is a +1 dagger.
That is definitely open if anybody wants it.
I think I can. Let me see.
In fact, I'm going to go a step further. It is a +1 dagger of returning.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you can throw it, it will hit its target, and then come back to your hand. It just magically teleports back into your hand.
Something I can wield or not?
I'm sure.
Dagger's basic.
Yeah, I think it's a simple weapon. I'm sure that being you're a wizard, right? Yeah, that's like a base wizard thing going all the way back to the 70s. Staves and daggers, that's what you get.
Do you have to attune to it?
You do not. It's just a really cool dagger.
I would really like that if no one else wants it.
It's more of a toothpick, really. It's not really a short sword. Letter opener.
It'll be nice not to lose it, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's good to have a close range weapon.
What was it? Oh, here we go. And in the swashbuckler, in her boot, you find this stone. And that's what the Stone of Golor looks like.
Sweet.
It was ribbed for her pleasure.
That's all we really came in here for, right? I mean, we can keep going. You want to see what's down at the end of the hall?
Maybe we should rest first. We found the stone. Maybe we should rest and then.
Sparkles, make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Jeez, we got all our stuff back.
Wisdom?
I need to stop.
Wisdom.
13. So no.
Okay. So when you take the stone out of the boot, a voice pops into your head, and it says, "Do you seek the Vault of Dragons?" And you feel like there's this whatever this consciousness is probing deeper into your brain, into your mind.
I freak him out and think about nothing but unicorns and glitter.
Uh, so, it asks you, do you seek the Vault of Dragons?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
And it says, you've come to the right place. It's at the end of the hall.
Hey guys, I heard this thing one time saying we should go at the end of the hall and check it out. It's supposed to be something really cool down there.
What is Sparkle's alignment?
Chaotic good.
Your alignment shifts to chaotic neutral.
Oh.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, you might have shot that guy in the back.
Well, if Sparkle says there's something cool down at the end of the hall, there probably is.
Sure.
A friend told me there's something nice down there.
So, yeah. Are you gonna? Everybody else probably doesn't notice anything different about Sparkles. He says there's something at the end of the hall. And the voice in Sparkle's head says, but you will need 3 keys in order to enter the vault.
3 keys? That's a lot of cocaine.
Are these bumps or are they full keys? So, it says you'll need 3 keys, but it says that this is actually behind this door.
Okay. That's good to know.
Sparkles will hold up the rock to see if the rock is one of the 3 keys, like if it matches anything.
No.
Is there anyone who can take this horrific rock off our hands?
No, the rock's fine. She puts it back into her pocket.
Yeah, so this door is locked. I don't know if you guys want to. It's just like a wrought iron gate, and you can see through the bars of the gate that there's just a marble sarcophagus in here. You don't see anything spectacular about this particular tomb as opposed to all of the rest.
I guess Sparkles was wrong.
Okay, I guess we'll go back to our manor.
Well, you're neutral now, Sparkles. You could raid all of these corpses for jewelry and such if you so choose.
Well, I mean, going from chaotic good to chaotic neutral isn't really that big of a shift, to be honest.
Well, that wasn't so much because of a good thing. She's not really fond of dead things.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Let's
All
move
right.
on. Ew.
We could take the stone back to the inn, I suppose.
Well, what stone?
Oh, man. Here we go.
It's my best friend.
You should get yourself a familiar, like Buttons.
Yeah, Buttons is one of your cats, right?
Yeah, they don't do shit. I just pet them all the time.
Yeah, you just described cats. So.
Well, at some point, guys, we should try to open this door. A friend told me there's something really cool back here.
Did that friend tell you how we open it?
Said we need keys.
Well,
I guess
it clarifies that the keys are not to open this gate.
Oh, the person that died, didn't they have a key to come in the front door? The treant said, I thought.
Indeed, they did.
So what the fuck? Where's this key?
So you you Edith goes and rifles through the other pocket, and you find a a skeleton key.
Excellent. Maybe we could open the thing now.
Yeah. So
We can try.
Edith produces the skeleton key out of the other pocket, and you go up and you unlock this door. But this is a dead end. You just see that there is this marble sarcophagus. And it's like a white marble with dark veined marble, just like all the others.
Well, if they're a friend of Sparkles, they must know something we don't. I could peek under there.
Yeah, Sparkles.
He just like, hold on, let me buff up here.
See if my curiosity gives me extra strength again. Holy shit, it does not. Everything.
Well, with the help action, isn't that with advantage?
It is.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you were helping. Okay. Okay, I rolled that, and then...
Yeah, I have a +0 to strength, so all I can do is help. Be motivating.
You can do it.
Yeah, 10's all I got, though, so empathy
yeah, 10's enough. You are able to kind of, with great effort, and you know, after you're done, you're like, ow, my back. You are able to kind of lift the lid and move it to the side. You see that inside of this sarcophagus, there's no body. There is just a stairwell that goes deeper below the tomb.
I said, wow, that is neat.
Yeah, my friend never lies to me. He's the best friend ever.
I'm setting the lid down to the side somewhat. So,
Okay. So you
should we go down there?
Yeah, I mean, you see that there's a stairwell. Do you want to move down?
I do.
Oh yeah, Sparkles fully trusts her rock friend and just totally goes down there, just like, yeah, things are cool.
Okay. So there, you go down these stairs, and it takes you down probably another 30 feet, and then there is like a 30-foot rough passage, and at the end of the passage, you see this.
Mm.
Can we read it?
That's a really good question. So this is the entrance to the Vault of Dragons. On the doors, there are runes, dwarvish runes, but they aren't written in dwarvish. They're written in Draconic. It's just using the dwarvish alphabet. Does anybody read? Does anybody speak Draconic?
No. We had this problem before. Like, if I get the chance to learn another language, that's definitely what I'm going to pick.
Does anybody speak Dwarvish?
No, but we could write down these runes potentially somewhere.
So the stone tells you that there are 3 keys that are required in order to open the vault.
Where are they, though?
Well, I will tell you. And I need to roll a d6. It says a 3. It says the first key that you must find is a drunken elf. The next key You need an adamantine bar. And the last key is somebody must play a performance of the dwarven love ballad, Your Beardy Face.
Fuck, where are we going to find an adamantine bar?
Yes.
So-
We can go down to the docks and find a drunken elf. And
No,
then
we've got a bar. We
We
can
could,
get a drunk elf. Or
we could get a drunk elf to do the beardy song, and then we can get 2 for 1 that way, right? There you go.
Get a dwarf drunk at our bar, ask him if he knows the song, bring him here, and he's 2 keys.
Yeah.
And then just give him a baseball bat.
Hope the door doesn't eat him or something. I don't know if this is going to work. It's pretty weird.
So, yeah, the stone says when you have those 3 items, or 2 items, and are willing to learn the song "Your Beardy Face," the doors will open and admit you to the Vault of Dragons.
Well, that sounds like a whole side quest right there.
Right. So what are
Maybe-
your guys' plans at this point?
I think my new pet rock, I pet him, tell him he's a good rock, and put him in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm going to write down the runes and also make a note to brush up on Draconic.
Okay. Does Epic King have thoughts on this?
If we're really lucky, the drunk dwarf might have adamantine and sing a song. So I think we might get a 3 for 1 deal.
Well, it's a drunk elf. Yeah. But I mean, you could still get a 2 for 1. I mean, theoretically.
Holy shit. Okay. I think the drunken elf is going to be the easiest one. I guess we should go see how our tavern is doing, and see if we can find any like rumors about finding bars of adamantine anywhere.
Okay. It's funny because even though those were random dice rolls, I have something for this.
Mhm. So
you all come back to your tavern, and you make it in. You get into the tap room and are sitting around, and Liff brings over brings each of you a stein of ale and a tray of a charcuterie board of meat and cheese, because that's just how Liff rolls. And here, downtown. Who wants to make a D100 roll?
I do.
Go.
Okay.
Go, Grandma, go.
Let's do this. Okay, you got the 10s and then the 1s. 72.
Okay, so roll a D6 times 5. So 1d6, multiply it by 5.
10.
Okay, so not only in your absence of chasing this asshole around trying to get the Stone of Golor, the business with the kids, the 3 street urchins have shown up, and plus the other one so you got 4 kids that have been sweeping up and helping out, and then there's Liff.
Nothing like child labor.
Yeah, because there's no age limit. Everybody pays taxes in Waterdeep. the business is actually the tap room has actually covered its own costs, and you've made 50 gold pieces in addition to that as profit. And so you're sitting around the tap room, and Squidly, was it, no, not Squidly. Jenks comes up, the portly little dark-skinned street urchin comes up and tells you that there has been a problem, especially down in the ale cellar, that there's an issue with rats, and they are making a mess of things with the inn. That's the first thing that he tells you. And he overhears you talking about, kind of you guys chatting, and he's actually quite a polite child in that for a street urchin, that he doesn't interrupt you, and he kind of listens to what you're saying, and he overhears you mention that oh well, it's going to be easy to find a drunk elf. I mean, hopefully easier than finding a drunk dwarf. And you mentioned that you're looking for an adamantine bar, and he interrupts finally and says,
I just happen to have one in my pocket. Oh.
I planned this all out months ago, and where is it? Yeah, that is what I'm looking for, but... Well, he tells you, he says that you should check out the Dinsing Night Market. He says anything can be found there. And he gives you, he says, you can find it in the trade ward of Waterdeep. And that the market is actually run, it is an area of the trades ward that is basically run by foreigners that have come into the city of Waterdeep, and so there are all nationalities and all groups of people that have this market, and every night, they, in the center of their little area of the trade ward, they have this night market, kind of like a Saturday market, but it happens every night. He says that would be probably the most likely place for you to find, an adamantine bar.
I don't think we can afford it yet, though. We don't have very much money.
Who needs money?
I'm going to send Buttons to the cellar to deal with the rats, though, for sure.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. So you send Buttons, and about an hour goes by, and you guys are like, okay, well, the Dinsing Market, and you're talking about, do we have enough money? And you're kind of, I'm sure you're having Empikin go over the books, since he's the banker, and what can we afford? And after about an hour, Buttons comes racing back up the hatch and jumps over the bar, knocking over a number of glasses, and Lift, the poltergeist, who doesn't really speak, is like, what the fuck? And the cat jumps onto the table and tells Edith that it's not rats, it saw a rat person.
Oh,
geez. And they're tunneling through the subfloor, and they have created like a tunnel from the street into the basement. And
all right.
And Buttons tells you, like, not only is it a rat person, but they went and they shit all over the goddamn ale kegs everywhere. as a person, not as a rat. They're like 3 feet tall, and they're popping a squat on all the kegs.
That's disgusting.
And
What the
Button's like,
hell?
don't eat the cheese.
All right, let's go murder some brown bandits.
Where
So
rats?
are they rats that look like people or people that look like rats? This is an important detail.
All of you, the 3 of you, can make a history check.
Okay, I do have.
And you get advantage on the roll because
5 history.
you have actually dealt with this. Well, not this particular problem, but you've dealt with a similar situation.
I got
What
a
do
soft
What'd you get?
20.
Okay. What did Sparkles get?
What was it?
History check with
It's-
advantage.
That's what it was 14, which is good. 16.
Okay.
It's a good thing advantage. I rolled a 1 and a 14.
Yeah, I got a 5 and a 13, so 13.
So Edith and Sparkles, thinking back, and this is a couple weeks ago, actually several weeks ago, thinking back to how this whole when you were searching for Floon, the friend of Volothamp. This is before you even owned the Troll Skull Manor. You were down in the sewers, and one of the side areas you discovered there was a
Where at?
it was a were-rat. And there is a street gang of were-rats that operates in Waterdeep. And I can't believe that I keep forgetting their name. They are so incredibly important. They are... Let's see... Troll Skull Manor. On page 31. I'm shocked that I keep forgetting their name. Alexa, lamps.
Okay.
Oh my god, light. They are...
Oh, I should mention at this point, Sparkles has used her crude makeup kit to draw a happy face on the rock now. So it looks like Wilson.
Are you drawing it around the three eyes that are set into the I don't know if you've ever seen a worry stone. The stone of Golar always reminds me of a worry stone, except that it's got 3 eyes in it, which is more than a little creepy. So, Edith and Sparkles, you remember that there is a gang of were-rats, and they are halfling were-rats that operates in Waterdeep, usually around the Docks Ward, and the gang is called the Shard Shunners. And I mean, the description that that Buttons gives Edith is of a 3-foot tall humanoid rat, and so Edith's immediate thought to this is that it must be one of the Shard Shunners because that's about the size of a halfling.
Let's go defend our business.
Okay, everybody make a investigation check.
Yes.
Soft 20. Oh.
12.
Shit. Okay, so what did Empiking get?
Whopping 9.
So Edith follows Buttons, and Buttons leads the party out of the manor, and so you guys. So just to give a description here, the manor is actually, all of these tables are full. There are people all throughout from the North Ward that have come in. That's how you guys are making that extra 50 gold pieces. I mean, not that you're charging. I mean, you probably are charging more than enough for beer. Anybody who knows anything about about a bar, it's shocking and complete bullshit when you hear, "Oh, well, I had to close the business because I wasn't making enough money." You are a liar, sir, because they pay like maybe $50 for a keg, and they charge $5 to $6 for Budweiser for a pint glass. So don't tell me you weren't making money. Unless you're...
Well, I watch Bar Rescue all the time, and that guy always says, if you're not making money at bar, it's because you suck as a manager.
Right, yeah, you are wasting... Unless, I mean, even if you have butt-ugly strippers, there is no way you can lose money running a bar. I mean, it's just impossible. So... your tap room is full, and Liff is, I would say that he's running himself ragged, but he's a poltergeist, so he has it a little bit easier. But the kids are, running around and waiting tables, and you don't have any other staff yet. So, you're bad people, child labor laws. But Buttons leads you outside and around the side of the building, and Edith goes over, and just as this were-rat in hybrid form is crawling out of a hole that is dug in the foundation, and she picks the rat up by the scruff of the neck, and the rat's like, "Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me." So Edith, you have this were-rat by the scruff of the neck.
I can say I can understand stealing the beer, but not shitting everywhere.
We were paid to do it. Don't hurt me.
Paid by who?
Make a persuasion check.
Another nat 20. Hooray.
Okay. He said the were-rat tells you that they were hired. And I need to show you a map of the area. Oh my god, that's a big map. Zoom out a bit here. So, he tells you. So this is Troll Skull Manor, T1. He tells you that down here, right here, is another tavern, and you know the tavern of which he speaks, and it is run by somebody named Emic Froon, and he tells you that Emic Froon hired the Shard Shunners to put you out of business because you are making his tavern lose money.
And how much did they pay?
They are getting 2 gold pieces a day to basically tunnel into your basement, shit all over the food and the ale, and he says, to be honest, the next thing we were going to do is we were going to light a fire.
Oh, God.
Sparkles will take out... What's the name of the stone that she has?
It's the Stone of Golar.
Golar, that's it. She will walk up to the guy, pull out her stone, and hit him in the face with it, and be like, "No stone, bad stone, don't do that."
you smack the rat, and he's like, "Yeah, I can. I mean, 2 gold pieces isn't worth this. I mean, it was supposed to be an easy job. You guys wouldn't be hiring by any chance, would you?"
If
Not for shit duty.
Well, but we need all the shit off of our kegs and food. I was wondering if we paid them if they would take all that and drop it off at the other tavern. I don't know.
Supplies.
Put it in a paper bag and knock on the door.
Special delivery, yeah. I guess he doesn't know we're adventurers and that we have wizards and such running our tavern.
We have castles and crusaders.
As it were. Their tavern's like run by a normal dude, I assume, right?
Yeah, you like I said, you have being new residents of the Northward, you have been around this area a bit, and you know that the tavern run by Emic Froon, I don't even know if it has a name. It does not. It is. It's one of those taverns that you pass on the road and you're like, I don't want to get. And like the windows don't look like they've been cleaned in a while. They're a little greasy. It's run down, and the were-rat tells you that he feels like he's just projecting all of his life problems on you.
Well, I feel bad for him because I lost a business once too. Shit. What should we do, gang? Should we be vengeful or should we try and find a more diplomatic solution?
Well, if they're willing to come work for us instead, I say make them clean up their crap, literally their crap, and then they can work for us.
Yeah, he could sell the business and come work with us. That'd be fine with me too.
Like he's paying 2 gold a week, we'll pay 2 gold and 5 silver a week.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Sparkles is not good at persuasion. She rolled a 9. So she hits him with the rock again.
He says, well, I mean, would it be all right if one of us is a minstrel? Would it be all right if we played songs in your tavern?
Does the minstrel know my beardy face?
Oh yeah, that's a.
Oh, the dwarven love ballad. Well, yeah, that's a staple.
Well, all right then. Well, we got to see if they're any good.
Now I have to see the style of this YouTube clip of Alex Borstein.
So you found it. Okay, I'm pretty sure that there is a YouTube of my beardy face.
I just pulled the Alex Borstein singing Poker Face.
Oh, no, I think there's actually somebody singing My Beardy Face. It's been a long time since I've looked for it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there is actually somebody singing that song.
We can tell them that we know somewhere with great acoustics that they can sing.
Yeah. It's going to be like you're singing in an auditorium.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, if we're allowed to play, sure, we'll work for you. I mean, he says, I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but I think you guys need some security.
Yeah, I'd say so. This certainly demonstrates that. But I think we should try and reach out to the other guy and tell him that if he wants to, sell his tavern and hop over to work at ours, that that beats trying to get revenge all the time by hiring street gangs, right?
That's an interesting take. Okay. So, I mean, are you just going to go over to the guy's tavern and walk in and be like, hey, asshole, you want to sell?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be like, look, I lost a business. It was horrible. It was really painful. But you can't take it out on other people. And if you want to join our venture, then maybe there's something you can contribute. You can jump ship and cut your losses and do different.
Make a persuasion check on that.
I will help.
Okay, so you can make that with advantage.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, 17 or 19.
Okay, so Emic Froon, and you walk into this place, and it is a dive bar, and the tap room is not even a quarter the size of yours. The entire place is just filthy. He basically tells you that he when you make this offer to him, he's shocked to begin with that after what he's done, he's shocked that you would make this offer to him, and but he seriously considers that, and he says, "Well, that might be better." His entire family lost everything in the eruption of Mount Hotenow, and he's originally from Neverwinter, and they lost everything, and with what he had left, he purchased this crappy little tavern, and there wasn't really enough to do any renovations to it, and he's been operating at a loss ever since. And so he's like, well, if you want to buy me out, make an offer, and I would be perfectly willing to come work for you, as a cook, as a bartender, whatever you want.
I don't know if we have enough money to buy him out. I thought he'd sell his business to somebody else and then come work for us. That's my guess. I mean, yeah, I can't solve all the problems.
He'd probably sell for fairly cheap. I don't know. Empiking's the person to ask, how much you want to make an offer on.
Let me check my spreadsheet.
Sparkles will hold up the stone, but this time the face looks more gory with the makeup. You're just like, you should make us a really good offer.
Hold on, I gotta find my spreadsheet first.
Spreadsheet, the best part of Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mini game.
I am not sure where I put that. Hold on.
The banker lost all of your money.
Oh, it's somewhere.
Well,
I never throw anything away.
While he's hunting, I'll be right back. Alexa, Merry Christmas.
Sparkles will also point out that we could get some of the money by going back to the catacombs and stealing all that dead people treasure, so we could steal from the dead to buy the poor.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I know I have this.
Don't worry, you guys. Empiking is insured by FDIC.
One book that I actually liked reading more than I thought I was going to was Acquisitions Incorporated.
I have that book, and I have yet to crack. I've had it for 2 years, and I haven't cracked that. I opened it up just to see a couple of paragraphs on the idea of running a business and a franchise, and which is a lot of what I'm using here. But I haven't read the rest of the book, and I love Acquisitions Inc., but I have not read that book yet.
There's some funny stuff for random bar fights that destroy property, all kinds of funny stuff that can be.
I don't know if you've watched any of their YouTubes, but they're pretty hilarious.
I don't think I have.
Oh, you should search YouTube because they go back a long ways, and
You said his acquisitions.
yeah, Acquisitions Incorporated, and they go back to Chris Perkins was originally running that group, and I mean I want to say all the way back to like 2014. It might have started with fourth edition, to be honest. I mean, they've been playing together for a while.
I found it.
Sweet. So what does Empa King suggest as a offer on a Greasy Spoon Tavern?
Well, I'm not a buyer's broker. I'm just the one holding cash. So what people determine the offer should be is up to them.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, what is the group's assets?
Sparkles has 120 in my storage. Edith has 100 in storage. Bug and Took aren't present. And the Tavern Kitty itself, we separated a portion, has 120 in storage.
Does that include the 50 we just got?
No, this is just the list I had before. So,
I don't remember how much we bought the tavern we're in for.
You were given that was a reward. That was a reward from Volithamp because he couldn't afford to pay you for finding Floon.
Shit.
So I mean, technically, well, I guess that's not. The tavern itself was given to you as a reward, but you threw money at it because it was a rat trap. No pun intended. It was a rat trap that was falling apart. So you guys spent some money and had to grease some palms with the various guilds, and it was to the tune of like 1,000 gold, I want to say, and.
Yeah, and like you get shaken down for every property you have. So I don't know if
completely. The guilds are constantly telling you, that you owe them, and it's an additional, I want to say 10 gold pieces per month, just to stay in operation because you got to pay your guild fees. You got to the 10 gold is just the guild fees. That's not including purchasing food and ale and all of that. So
this is worse than living in a homeowners association.
It really is. I mean, your total expenditure per 10 day is like 25 gold. So out of that 50, well, no, because the bar paid for its own expenses. So no, 50 is profit that you've made.
Yeah, so I don't know if we want to own another business. I just want to leave the offer open if he sells his place. Or
well, I mean, if you were to buy him out, and he's saying make me an offer, and looking around the building, you're not seeing that this business is worth more than 100 gold.
Okay.
Well, and I'm thinking we could turn it into backup storage or maybe a cute B&B.
Yeah, part of the staff quarters.
Yeah, you could start offering rooms. Rebuild this place and turn it into a hotel.
So if we don't make it into a business, are we going to get shaken down by anybody? If it's just a building?
No, you would just own the building. I mean, you wouldn't get shaken down. You would owe, of course, taxes on it. Which would be, quarterly. But aside from that, the guild, if you're not running a business, the guilds don't give a shit. But if you decide to open it up as the inn for the Troll Skull Manor, you of course would get hit by the guild for hostels and hotels and down and outs.
I think we should offer him 80, and then we'll hire him as assistant manager under the Poltergeist.
Yeah.
He's got to take orders from a ghost.
Yep.
I had that position at CompUSA when he wasn't really a ghost, but he was a ghoul.
My warehouse manager pretty much is a ghost. We only see him about once every 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and it's only to cause you grief, right? He just shows up to wreck shit and then leaves.
Pretty much. Bitch about something.
Ruins everything that we've been doing for the past month and then leaves. Yep, that's middle management.
Yeah, once the tavern gets going well, we could divert, 10 or 20 gold a month or something to incrementally spruce up the other place for passers-by or a satellite inn.
Yeah, I mean, for now, we could just use it as housing.
So,
stored housing.
So, yeah, 80 gold, that's pretty generous. He will take that, and he goes in the back and comes out with a deed to his property and says, and hands it to you and says, "You're now the proud owners of my tavern." It was the North Ward Tavern.
Cool. We'll have an adult to help at our place now.
Right here, we're going to put the brass pole. We want one of the ones that actually rotates. We don't want those cheap ones. It's just a fireman's pole.
Okay, so the feces problem is taken care of, and we got another employee and a building. So that worked out really well.
So yeah, he will take the assistant manager position under Liff the Poltergeist, and he thanks you profusely. He is shocked at the outcome of this. He had no idea that you were so amenable.
Your first job, go clean all that shit out of the basement.
Yes. And the shard shunner, you've got 3 shard shunners. Their names are Kelso Fiddlewick, Dasher Snowbeetle, and there's 2 females, Danica Fiddlewick, who is Kelso's younger sister, and Bryn Hilltop, Hilltopple. And Bryn is actually the minstrel. And when you come back, Bryn is sitting by the fireplace hearth, playing a mandolin that looks bigger. Wow, that is. I'm zoomed way out and I'm like, wow, that map is small. So Bryn is actually sitting here next to the fireplace hearth, playing a mandolin that looks bigger than she is, singing this dwarven love ballad, My Beardy Face. And she's actually got a really good voice.
Do you guys think she'll get destroyed if we... Wait, so the 3 keys, do we need to bring it all at once?
Correct.
Oh, okay, so she can just hang out here. She's free to play other songs too. Like, yeah.
I was just... She doesn't know any other songs, but she just keeps playing My Beardy Face over. No, she knows other songs.
Cool. This should help increase business to have somebody who's a good singer playing live music. That's cool. Good.
We're now in McMinimans.
Mm-hmm.
So, off to the market to go buy a bar? Is that the next step?
I think so, or to find out how to or how much it is.
Okay. So yeah, it is, and now's a good time to do it because it is nighttime. I need to find it. So you go to the Dinsing Night Market, and this is the map of the night market and in the trade ward. And I still need to find. I think it's early on. I'm like, I know I got it out of this book. Oh, there it is. There it is. And as you are entering the market, you see it is quite the lively, vibrant area. There are people of various nationalities, all colors, sizes, genders, etc., moving around. You see that there are these different stalls and tents that are set up that are these they basically, like I said, it's like a Saturday market that happens every night, so that your senses of smell are assaulted by multiple different foods being cooked, and there's all these people that are hawking wares and people moving about, and you see that there are these paper lanterns that are lit all around, so there's like a multitude of color. These lanterns are different shapes and colors, and so they cast like a pinkish glow over here, and there's a blue glow over there, and it is a vibrant area, and you see
So it doesn't feel like a seedy swap meet on the east side of LA?
No, not quite like that, but let's see. I'm trying to find. I have a picture for this. I thought. Oh, I know how to find it. I shall look in my folder.
That otherworldly good seems like a good place to scout out if we have time.
And it's likely where something like an adamantine bar would be, as opposed to the noodle shop.
Get there super disappointed. It's just like, we have astral salt.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I will just go ahead and make it. Handout. That is the huge benefit of streaming from my PC as opposed to streaming from my tablet, is that I have all of my prep material right here. And so, you see a kobold running from a stall, and there is the stall keeper is holding up a spoon, yelling at this kobold, and the kobold has stolen a fistful of leeks and is running away, giggling. And the three of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Where are we at? Are we on the map yet?
This is just a general overview of the area. I mean, I haven't put you on the map, but I would say that you're probably coming in here.
Oh, okay, just in that general area somewhere.
Yeah.
You said dex of what?
Dexterity saving throw.
I got
A whopping 11.
9.
What did Edith get?
14.
Okay, so Sparkles, this kobold is looking over their shoulder and runs right into you, and the shopkeeper off in the distance is like, "Yeah, hold that kobold! They steal from me."
I'm small. I got run over.
Well, the kobold's probably about the same size as Sparkles, to be real honest.
So yeah, my dex was a 9. Did that change the outcome?
No, you because of your 9, they run right into you. I mean, as a free action, you can just grab them if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so you hang on to this kobold, and to give you a taste of the area that you're in. As the sun dips below the horizon, the Dinsing night market twinkles to life, gradually igniting in a dazzling display. The smells of food carts filled with pot stickers, coconut desserts, spiced meats, sticky buns, and more drift amid the bright banquets of glowing flowers and magical lights in the shapes of vendors' wares and whimsical mascots. Crowds of shoppers wander the stalls, drawn by the colors, smells, and music. Shouting cries rise over the sound of the haggling shoppers and the sizzle of cooking street food. A shrill voice cries out, "Give it back, you little thief!" "No, you thief!" replies a youngster with a panicked squeak. An instant later, a frantic kobold bursts from the crowd, clutching a sizable bunch of green onions, and a flustered gnome woman chases after him. "Oh, you hold on to him!" The arguing kobold. So out of another stall now. So Sparkles, you have this kobold, and this gnome woman's like, "Yeah, you thief! You give me that back!" And the kobold's like, "No, you're a thief!" and is squirming, while Sparkles is holding him. And another kobold woman steps out of another stall, and she starts arguing with the gnome, and the arguing kobold woman notices you, turns from her son and the irate gnome shopkeeper. You strangers look like capable sorts. I'm Kusa Zungun, proprietor of this market-famous Zungun family seafood. For a fish typhoon, you'll wish for Zangun. Help us deal with this scoundrel, and I'll make it worth your while." And the gnome woman shouts, "Scoundrel?" Turning your way, she says, "You don't look like you're wrapped up in the market politics. I'm Lamai Tianmo. Help me figure out what's going on here, and I'll give you a lifetime supply of delicious noodles from Tianmo Noodles." Both of the women turn toward each other again and start quarreling anew over what they'll offer you to help them.
Yay, oodles and noodles.
So the kobold woman, she has a seafood market that she's running, and the gnome woman sells noodle bowls, and they're arguing over each other over how much they're going to offer you to settle this dispute.
I kind of like noodles more. What do you guys like?
Agreed.
Okay, we are more fans of noodles, so we'll take Noodle Lady's side.
Okay, so you've got Sparkles, you have this gnome by the scruff of the neck, and let's see which one's which. Lamai Tianmo, the gnome, she says, "This little thief keep coming to my market and stealing my wares." And she says, "I give you lifetime supply of noodles if you deal with this little scoundrel."
Sparkles will ask the little scoundrel, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?"
So
I don't have time for your shit.
He tells you that Lamai and her family keep sabotaging his mother's his mother's seafood market. And he keeps telling you, like, little things go missing, or that items will be, destroyed, and then later, they'll find like broken spoons or missing pots, or food has gone missing, and he knows that it's Tianmo noodles that are trying to put his parents' business out of, or trying to end his parents' business.
How does he know?
And as soon as he tells you this, of course, the gnome woman, Lamai, she tells you, no, that's not true. They steal my onions. They come in and they wreck my bowls. I just came in yesterday and there was a whole crate of shattered bowls. He sneaked in and he tried to put me out of business.
Imp King, can they borrow your imp to find out who's sabotaging their seafood business? And then if it's not her, will they?
I don't know. I don't know that you know about the imp. I mean, has Imp
Oh
King
shit!
told
Wait,
anybody about the invisible imp?
I'm trying to remember. I think I told people in the party about how I was tracking people, but not some of the extents of what I can do. But we wouldn't tell them about it. But we could say we're going to stake out one of the two of you. Well, we wouldn't tell them that either.
You might tell.
I think we.
You could tell both of them. Here's your kid back, and we'll do investigations and leave it at that. I mean, you don't have to go into details about what it is that you have planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look into it and then report back at, I don't know when, in a week or tomorrow. How often is the seafood place getting messed up?
It seems to be happening almost nightly. They come in to open their stall, and both of them report the same thing. Every night they come in to open their stall for the night market, and stuff is missing, stuff's broken.
Okay. Yeah.
The gnome tells you that she points to the kobold kid, and she says, he broke in last night. He broke into my fresh vegetables and he pooped all over it.
We know that SOP.
Wait a minute.
Have you seen any were-rats?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell them the same group could be victimizing both of you, so we could stake that.
Can Sparkles do a survival or nature check to see if I can see any were-rat tracks in the dirt?
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Can we fingerprint for vomit?
That's going to be a sad 10.
Sparkles pulls out a cotton swab and a little centrifuge. Hold on. I got to run DNA tests on the poop. So on your 10, you don't find any were-rat tracks. You don't even find any rat tracks. Well, you're not sure what you find. So the gnome woman points out to where you see that there is indeed a broken crate, like the entire corner of this crate. It's not broken though. It's more like it's been gnawed through, and you do see some tracks in the dirt around it that you suppose could be rat tracks, but it seems not like rat tracks that you've seen before. Because I'm sure that Sparkles is, a rat expert, as it were. But you would know the difference between rat tracks and something else. And these appear to be something else. Something chewed through, and then when you look inside, and Jeff knows, there's been a couple of times where we went camping, and we left a loaf of bread in the plastic bag out. And during the night, these little bastard chipmunks would chew through the plastic, go in, eat like 2 or 3 pieces of bread, not the whole piece, but gnaw on them, then shit in the bag and leave. And so that is exactly what you were seeing in this crate. Something gnawed on the fresh vegetables in here. Didn't eat all of it, but gnawed on 2 or 3 different vegetables at once. Then shit on it and left. And it's small. It's something that would fit in the palm of your hand.
Do we see any other normal rats around the area?
Oh yeah, you're not going to have a market this size. You do see. You even see tracks for large rats. These tracks, though, don't appear the same as those. These are different.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna use speak with animal and see if the rats have what the rats have seen over the last many nights. Imagine they saw some scurrying about.
So, yeah, the rats tell you that they are aware that uh, there is a creature, um, or multiple creatures in the night market that um, may be. It's not from the material plane, and that they have not visually seen it, but they know that it's around. They can smell it, and they smell it all over the place. But they say that the last time that they smelled it the strongest was from the event grounds, and in the middle of this night market, there is a raised area. There's stairs that lead up to it, and there are these three large tents in this area where there are these they have contests, and these contests are put on by three of the larger vendors in the night market, and they put them on nightly, and the contestants win great prizes and whatnot. But they smelled the strongest coming from the event grounds.
We'll definitely relay all that info to the party. Thank the little mouse and squeaky knees.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should tell both of the kobold and the is it dwarf or gnome? I can't. Gnome. We should tell them both that we're on the case and we think the same thing is messing up both of their businesses. So can they have a truce until we conclude the investigation?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check on that.
I'll help with that.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need to. Oh, okay. 21.
Okay. So they are the two women are still quite aggro with one another. And it's funny because to Edith, the top of their heads come up to your waistline, and the kobold and the gnome are like, okay, we have truce, but I got my eyes on you, and they stomp back off to their individual food carts. The Zangoon family seafood is here, and Tienmo Noodles is over here. So they have stomped their way across, the entire market, getting to you, and you guys are left with a direction towards the event grounds.
Yeah, let's solve the Scrooby mystery. Let's do it.
Okay. We will pick up with the event grounds next week. This is a perfect spot to take a break.
Well,
or I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
We are off next week for Christmas. It's Christmas time. And
it's hard to believe it's already Christmas time.
I know, right? Fuck.
But the week after New Year's Eve, is everybody available?
Yeah, are you guys all available for New Year's Eve? Or I'm available. Nothing's really happening until later in the evening, so.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Be cool.
So
I'll be in bed at 9, so yeah, my Saturday's free.
Okay, so we will reconvene on New Year's Eve for what goes on at the event grounds, and you guys can enter into the various contests and and see what happens. This is one of the more ridiculous adventures I've ever seen. So it should be quite amusing. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks, and I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I'm not sure what
There's
kind of
Festivus.
Yeah, a Festivus, a Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah. All right, cool. You too.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one, guys. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.